Well, Charlie, we're here on the campus of Texas A&M. Tell us what's about to happen here, what you're doing here, because you're doing this all over the country on different college campuses.
I've been doing this for 12 years, as you know, going to college campuses, trying to spread the word of conservatism and patriotism and liberty. And the last couple of years, we've just seen our crowds and the enthusiasm skyrocket. They're here to have conversation, to hear the other side, because understand that most of these college campuses are very predominantly liberal. And when a conservative now comes on campus, they want to hear the other perspective.
You're doing it all over the country, because you've actually called colleges indoctrination factories.
Yes.
What did you mean by that, and how do we fix it?
Look, indoctrination factories, I mean by that is that they believe diversity is everyone looks different but thinks the same. Our conservative students on campuses, they don't feel as if they feel as if they speak out for their belief system, that they'll be graded down or they'll be smeared or slandered. Just recently, we had many Turning Point USA students be physically confronted and physically violated. For example, in Dallas, we had this happen. We had this at University of California, Davis, where our Turning Point group was actually attacked by an Antifa group. Universities are not about the pursuit of knowledge. They're about the forceful pushing of a left-wing worldview, and we're here to shake it up.
So many people look at what you're doing and say it's very important to give conservatives a space on these college campuses so they feel like they actually have an ability to speak out, and they feel, like they're among people with like-minded ideas.
Totally. And increasingly what we find at Turning Point USA is that we are more than half of the body politic now on campus. These universities are actually now out of alignment with their very students. It used to be, when I first started this over a decade ago, it was universities liberal, students liberal. Okay, now it's okay, universities liberal, students not so liberal. Students leaning more conservative, which is just a promising sign.
Charlie, you've been willing to sit down with people who have differing views from you. You're willing to take questions at these events you have from any and everyone.
That's right. Well, free speech is our birthright as Americans. When you have free speech, we're going to get closer to the truth, closer to the best way to govern, closer to the best polity for the country. And here in college campuses, they're not places of free speech. They are islands of totalitarianism. And these students are just begging to see a collision of ideas. They want to see what is a conservative versus a liberal. Have I not heard the other side? And so I've sat down with Bill Maher. I've sat down with Gavin Newsom. I sit down with a lot of liberals here on campus. And you learn a lot about the other side. You learn to see if we have common ground. And sometimes we really don't have common ground. The left does not believe in freedom of speech. They believe in the clamping down of other ideas. They believe in censorship. We believe that all ideas should be heard, and we believe because of that, our ideas will win.
What do you make of Bill Maher and people very similar to Bill Maher actually thinking more like Charlie Kirk than maybe we ever imagined we'd see?
I take no credit for it. It's to his credit. He was always intellectually against the woke regime at great consequence. And so, sitting down with him in the podcast was quite honestly a lot of fun. It was great. We have much different worldviews when it comes to Christianity and religion. We talked about that in a very spirited fashion. But that's what America is all about. It should be where people that have different religious beliefs, different political beliefs 90% of the time can still sit down and have a cordial discussion and conversation.
What do you think, now that you're on all these college campuses, is there something you're hearing from the students or you feel that the media is missing?
We are seeing more of these young people start to prioritize patriotism. They want to start a family. They are really pushing back against the woke totalitarianism that has been seeping in through all our institutions.
Final question. It feels like conservatives are always winning the meme war. Why does that matter? Why is that important?
Well, because we actually can tell the truth and take a joke. They can't meme. They can't take a joke. They're so easy to make fun of because their ideas are so insane.
It's so true.